What are some of the when I started watching your videos many years ago and listening to your podcast and following you on Twitter, I wondered, there's so much information you can put out there because you're a scientist and scientists are very rigorous, but you also must have a set of really interesting predictions or visions of what the future looks like that you don't probably always talk about because they're not scientific. They're not based on anything. They are maybe first principles in your own mind that are formed where you go, actually, I think the world might look like this and I think it might happen then. I'd love to hear about some of these.
Yeah.
And I understand they're not rigorous and they're not scientific.
I'm happy to. What happens to me, because I'm a scientist, and I'm part of this ivory tower at Harvard where we can only stick to facts, and if you go beyond that, it's a crime. And I've been criticized for that. But I think, as humans, life's interesting when it comes to predicting the future. And like you, I'm very curious, where is humanity headed? I see a future as different from this world as our world is from 200 years ago. And that will happen in our lifetime. Different in that 100 years ago or more, if you had an infected splinter, there's a reasonable chance you could die. Childbirth, you could die. Smallpox. These are things that we don't generally worry about anymore, and the idea would be abhorrent. In the future, hopefully within our lifetimes, there will be a time when we look back at today's medicine when you could go blind and there was nothing you could do. You could break your back and never walk again. We will look back at today and say, how did those people get through life? What a horrible world they lived in. That, I believe, is the future that humanity is headed for.